Dracula may be one of the most feared creatures in all of Greek mythology, but he had a good side as well. Well, maybe not so good, but definitely better than his other side. Hi, it's me and welcome to this channel. Today, we'll be exploring the origins of one of the many faces of evil, the Hydra, or as the Stoics called it, the Dracula, which technically means son of the dragon. So let's get into it. The Draco was a creature that appeared in both Hesiod's Theogony and Pseudo-Apollodorus's library, albeit with some differences between the two tellings. In both accounts, the Draco was a monstrous dragon guarding the Garden of the Hesperides, also known as the Garden of the Setting Sun, which was located at the end of the world. In Hesiod's account, the garden was tended by the Hesperides, 5 beautiful nymphs who were the daughters of Atlas and his wife Pleione. Their father made them immortal as a way to punish them for their disobedience. Apparently, Atlas and Pleione had forbidden their daughters from ever letting anyone, god or mortal, into the garden. But when Heracles came to steal one of the golden apples, the Hesperides let him in, probably because they fell in love with him. And that's just rude. So Draco was understandably pretty pissed when he found out. In Pseudo-Apollodorus's version, Draco actually wasn't guarding the garden at all, but instead was a separate monster living near it who was so nasty that even the gods avoided him. In fact, Zeus had to bind him to an anvil to keep him from terrorizing everyone. But don't worry, because this is Greek mythology and every monster has a tragic backstory. Draco's mother was the Titaness Phorcys, daughter of Gaia and Pontus, the primordial deities of the earth and sea. She was the sister of Cetus, who was also a sea monster, and of Scylla, who was a really scary woman monster who lived under a bridge and ate sailors. See, what she did was after her father Pontus died, she threw his genitals into the sea, which then produced a bunch of monsters. So, it's not like she had a choice. She literally couldn't help it. Poor guy. Now, while Phorcys didn't have any children of her own, she did take care of some monsters, including the Gorgons, Stheno, Euryale, and Medusa. And she was also the one who gave Medusa a really cool headpiece that Athena would later turn her into stone for looking at. Also, Phorcys ended up falling in love with her son Cetus, who, if you remember, was also a sea monster. Yeah, they did things differently back then. And together they had 2 children, the Hydra and the sea monster Layton, who guarded the golden apples. So now that we've established how nice Phorcys was, I think we can all agree that Draco was totally justified in his hatred for Heracles, who killed his half-brother Layton and stole one of the golden apples. In fact, I'm surprised he didn't kill Heracles. Draco was usually depicted as being huge, like the size of a mountain, and having multiple heads, anywhere from 3 to 100, depending on the telling. He was also incredibly strong and breathed fire, like a lot of fire. But despite his ferocity, Heracles managed to slay him with the help of some friends. They lured him out of the garden with the promise of a fight and then attacked him with swords, arrows, and a magic net. They hurt him so badly that he ran away and dissolved in a nearby river. To prevent him from coming back to life, Heracles shot him with an arrow laced with the blood of the Lernaean Hydra, which was a monster in its own right. After defeating such a powerful monster, Heracles became known as the strongest of the mortals. And Draco was never seen again, which doesn't mean he didn't exist. It just means that he stayed in that river and became a local legend, or maybe he reincarnated as one of those really scary birds. Who knows? Well, there you have it, folks. The Draco may have been a fierce and terrifying beast, but he was also a loyal son, a loving brother, and a dedicated gardener. Okay, maybe scratch that last one, but the other 2 are true. Thanks for watching and see you next time.